Hey everyone, it's Lizzie from Lizzie's World of Gems. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a whip and chat, which stands for work in progress. That means I'm going to sit here and diamond paint with you guys with my diamond painting, and it is from Distracted by Diamonds. It's called Baby Doll. Now there's a lot of this color, which is, what color is this? 819. There's a lot of it, so there's a lot of color blocking. So I decided, well, this row seems to be bigger than this row though, but I seem to like, I was just gonna fold it over this length across so that because I'm doing so much color blocking in one spot, it doesn't feel like I'm doing like a big huge square. So that's why I did it this way. I feel like doing checkerboard, it makes it look a little bit neater, but here I can still see crookedness, so that's driving me a little bit insane, but I'm gonna keep on doing the checkerboard. I know it's boring, but that's what I have right now on this canvas. We bought some new filament. It's not white. This actually glows in the dark when it hits sunlight. You have to put it under light and then it will glow in the dark green. So I made a gnome out of it. It just looks like a white gnome, but it's really a glow in the dark gnome. And then this is the new project for this week because we didn't get anything else really done. And it is an alien keychain. Yeah, so it will glow in the dark as well. I wonder if I put it up to the light and show you how it will glow. See? I don't know if you can see that. It will glow in the dark. So, kind of neat. So, that is what we've been up to in 3D printing this week so far. He was trying to make a vase, but it didn't turn out. And then my daughter's boyfriend wanted an alien, and this is what he found. It doesn't really look like an alien. It kind of does, but it kind of just looks like a round circle with two eyes if you didn't know it was an alien. I don't know. So I'm using my Bella Argenticold tray, the brand new version 2. I really like this tray. And I'm using, of course, my big thick pen from Pen Pal. So I think it's Diamond Pen Pal or something like that. I always forget the name now. I used to have it perfect. Now I can't remember. I got, I have glue dots in my single placer, and I have putty in the other one, I think from Crystals Creations or Crystal Creation off of Etsy. It's a Canadian store. I think it's starting to die off, but like I said, I'm not really using the multi-placer right now. I'm just using the single placer. So I'm going to go ahead and change out, if I can find. I've wrecked like so many tweezers. I had to pull tweezers out for this. Well, here's a curvy ones, and I'm not even sure where I got these curvy ones from. But I'm gonna ruin them because I always ruin the tips with taking out the glue dots. So here's another one I'm gonna wreck. Trying to get out the glue dots. Boy, this one's right in there. These aren't as pointy, so they're not grabbing onto that glue dot very well. This light is like blinding me. Now it's too dark. Maybe if I put it over here, it won't blind me as much. It's blinding me. It's early in the morning for getting blinded by the light. Yeah, so I'll tell you what I've been up to this week. If I can get this glue dot out. Jeez Louise. That was hard. And my nose is kind of stuffy. I do apologize, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like always sick. Always sick, always have a stuffy nose. A few minutes, I'll pause and go blow it. I thought I had Kleenexes in here, but they seem to have disappeared off the face of the earth. Isn't that how it usually happens? Boyfriend was sick. He probably took it somewhere and didn't bring back my box for the craft room. I have to still figure out what I'm going to do with the walls in the craft room. I haven't decorated yet. I've been waiting really on this stuff that I ordered on Amazon that I wanted to do a review on. Not Amazon, I'm lying. I think it was like a Chinese company, and it's to do with framing. And do you think that stuff will come in? I ordered it like 20,000 years ago. Well, probably not. I think I'm exaggerating, but it feels like 20,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Hold on once I'm back. There was 2 Kleenex boxes in the bathroom. How that happened, I don't know. I was gonna say washroom, but you Americans start laughing at me when I call it a washroom. But that's what we call it in Canada. I know you guys call it a restroom. Really? Why do they call it a restroom? Do you rest in the bathroom? Usually you wash yourself in the bathroom. Washroom. I don't know, my American friends seem to get a hoot out of that. But it is called a washroom in Canada. Or a bathroom. Sometimes a restroom, but not very often. I notice if you go in an American-based company, sometimes you'll get the washroom. You can hear Marlo out there. I just heard his collar jingle. Jingle, jingle, jangle. The birds are chirping. It's early in the morning here. As per usual. I think my boyfriend wants to go for a drive today, so that's why I'm trying to hurry up and get this video out. I didn't go to bed till super late last night, and then when I got to bed, I couldn't fall asleep because I had a nap prior. So I had a really hard time falling asleep. And then I went to the bedroom and Marlo was sleeping on the couch and saw that I was going to my bedroom, and he decided to follow me. And I'm like, no. So I get into the bedroom and Marlo just hops right onto my side of the bed and plops himself down. Meanwhile, my boyfriend is like sleeping in the middle of the bed. And I'm like, great. I got this little corner on the edge that I can crawl onto, but Marlo's on it. So I pick up Marlo and I move him over to the other side. And then I climb in quickly before Marlo can jump back But what does Marlo do? He jumps right on top of me and decides to lie across me as I'm like trying to like huddle into this little corner of the bed. And then, you know, he's okay for like 15 minutes. Then he decides to jump off the bed and say, no, I'm not about this life, and start scratching at the door. I'm like, really, Marlo? I told you to stay out. So I gotta get up, put him, open the door for him, let him out, and then crawl back into bed in my little corner. And I tell you, he didn't move all night. He's still in that middle of the bed. And I woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up now, film my video, see what time it is, and ta-da-da-da-da-da. So that's what I did. I did not film this on the Monday like I wanted to, because after I filmed my plan with me, everybody was awake. Well, everybody was awake when I recorded it, and then after, like, nobody left me alone. Because I was thinking, you know, maybe when he goes down for a nap. Nope, he decided he wanted to go to the store to get ant spray, because I live in an old house. Ants get in, and they're annoying, so we got to get rid of them. So go get ant traps, but I ended up getting this ant spray stuff from the dollar store. I'm like, really, from the dollar store? This stuff ain't gonna work. But so far it has worked, which I'm super surprised. So, but I don't want to tell him that, because then that would give him the satisfaction that he was right and I was wrong. And you just can't have that happen now, can you? So, and then after I took him to the store like he wanted, and he's like, let's go for a drive. Now, I was driving, and I hate driving. And he knows this, but he takes advantage of it because I can drive. In his previous relationship, they never drove, so he said that I can drive as well. Which he's like, okay, let's drive all the way to Watford, and we'll go to Tim Hortons and I'll buy you lunch. And I'm like, I'm like, he's like, Watford ain't that far. It's only like, what, 20 minutes away, if that. And I'm like, fine. So I drove all the way to Watford to the Tim Hortons. And I didn't buy me the most expensive lunch at Tim Hortons just because he made me drive all the way to Watford. So we sat there, we ate lunch, and when I was sitting there eating lunch, Sarah has been looking for a babysitter. So she's been off work right now on a leave because she couldn't find a babysitter because her babysitter, you remember, stopped babysitting, and she was always throwing Luna on me to go to work, you know. And on my days off, you know, I love my granddaughter, but I don't want to have every day off watching her. Like, I don't mind watching her so you guys can go out for dinner or something like that, but to watch her every day on my day off, and it was affecting my videos. And so she had to look for a new babysitter, and it's super hard to find, especially to find one that is at an affordable price for them. So I guess she must have posted it on a Facebook group for Strathroy. I don't know. But my ex-boyfriend, now, I've talked to him before. He was the first love of my life, even though I was after my divorce. I call him my first love of my life because I honestly, truly think I didn't honestly love my ex-husband. I was young, foolish, naive, and thought I was in love, but that wasn't love, you know. But I ended up having 2 beautiful kids out of it. We ended up being married. I say 3.5 years, but maybe it was more 4 or 5. I can't even remember. Because, yeah, I can't even remember. I think it was more than 3.5 years like I thought it was. But anyway, it's here nor there. Shortly after I separated with my husband, I met a guy, and his name was Jay. And we broke up, obviously, because he left me for the older neighbor next door. Yeah, well, anyways, that was like, I could tell you stories of my drinking, partying days, and when I met him, that would probably, I think I've told some of them along the way, but he was just like, I have nothing bad to say about Jay because he took care of us, and he, you know, helped me raise Sarah and Tyler when they were little. You know, he was a good man that way. The only thing is he couldn't stop cheating. That was his only problem, you know, and, you know, that's a kind of a big problem when you're in a relationship. But anyway, he ended up settling down with this young thing that I know. She knows me. She knows I dated him. Like, you know, there's no secrets there. Well, they ended up having 2 kids together, and they lived together. And she's like, Sarah's like, well, she lives, before I knew it was my ex-boyfriend, she's like, well, this girl lives on a certain street in town. And I'm thinking, that's where, what's his name lives, my ex. And I'm like, but she said her name was something totally different. She's like, she's mutual friends with 2 of your friends. And I'm like, weird. I don't know anybody by this name that she was calling her. She was calling her Brenda, but that's not her name. So when we're eating the Tim Hortons, she calls, she's like, oh my gosh, you won't guess who it was. And then she tells me it's my ex-boyfriend's girlfriend. That's gonna be Luna's new babysitter. I'm like, oh yeah. And apparently my ex-boyfriend is the one that saw the post on Facebook and told his girlfriend, you know, Sarah's looking for someone to babysit her daughter. You know, and Jay's a super nice guy. And, you know, he did really love my kids back then. He even has pictures, like his girlfriend even said, oh yeah, Jay has pictures of you guys at Christmas time and stuff. Because, you know, I was with him for quite a while. So I just find it really funny and bizarre that that's where Luna's gonna go. Well, Sarah's at work, so it's kind of funny, but cute, you know. So yeah, that was the most bizarre thing that happened to me this week. My ex's new girlfriend's gonna watch my granddaughter. What the heck? But you know, we're still friends. If I see him in the store, he'll say hi, and he's even introduced me to his kids, which I think is funny because this is an old friend of your dad's. Just an old friend. But you know, we don't have any, you know, I don't have any more. Like at first, I'm not going to say that it wasn't a terrible breakup, because it was. But, you know, we grew to be friends, you know, and it is what it is, and that's how it went for a very long time. But, yeah, I think it's kind of funny. He's a really big Toronto Maple Leafs fan, too. Like, oh, can't say anything wrong about the Leafs in front of him. He's really into the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's what I remember of him. When we dated, see, it doesn't want to come off. It's so flippin'. I put maybe too much in. He is a very big hockey buff. Buff. I don't even know what's going on the playoffs. So I wouldn't know. So my friend Jessica came over. It was nice seeing her. I haven't seen her in a while. And she stayed for dinner. And we all sat outside because it was such a nice day. But it was starting to get windy there towards the end. And then I felt the bugs starting to bite me. And I'm like, nope, I'm going inside now. We had barbecue, hot dogs and hamburgers, and Caesar salad. And then my boyfriend's like, we bought stuff to make potato salad. He's like, oh, you're going to make potato salad? I'm like, what, you think I can whip a potato salad in minutes? No, I should have been making the potato salad in the morning so it could be ready for dinner. Okay, come on now. You know how it works. So yeah, so that was what I was up to yesterday. So with her showing up too, it kind of like threw a wrench in me trying to film this video. But it was nice seeing her again. It's kind of hard seeing her in her point, because she always had money, she always had everything, and now she doesn't. And to me, that kind of throws me off a little bit, because I don't remember her like that. But I guess if you don't want to work, that's the consequences you gotta get by living on a very set income that is pennies. Like I was on, you know, assistance after my divorce, but I still worked my job, but I got paid like, you know, minimum wage, which wasn't enough to survive. So I had assistance to help me, and even that I found struggling, and I was working. I can only imagine just being on the system and not working would be even harder, which I never did. I always had the income coming in, even if it was, you know, minimum wage. And minimum wage back then was $6.90, and 85 cents or something. I don't know. I made 10 cents more than minimum wage. I remember that. I got a 10-cent raise the whole 7 years I worked at that factory. So they had a wage freeze. And, you know, I really liked that job. Just it paid pennies, and now it doesn't even exist. So I would have been out of a job eventually anyway. So it was probably good that I ventured off to the pharmaceutical plant, and then in the pharmaceutical plant, I made too much money. I got off the system because they would not pay me anymore because I made way too much money. compared to what they give you, which is nothing. Like, they don't give you enough to live off of. Like, you know, you have enough money to pay your rent, and they maybe give you like a couple $100 for food. Like, a couple $100 for food nowadays does not last. You know, and in Canada, they don't give you food stamps. That's not a thing. So you go buy it at the store, and you know, it doesn't, you try to buy enough to last you until your child tax credit, and then on the child tax credit you can buy a little bit more groceries. That's pretty much how you have to live here in Canada right now. I'm pretty sure child tax credit sometimes pays even better than assistance pays you a month. And I'm pretty sure assistance takes $1 for $1 now, or half of it off your check, which really bites as well, because, you know, they consider that an income, which in my eyes shouldn't be, but there's some girls out there that get a really big one. Like, the more kids you have, the more money you get. And, you know, it's quite a bit. And when I had my kids, well, I think I only had two nice ones, two nice child tax credits for a year. And the whole time I had my kids, one time I called them and asked them if it was a mistake, because I found it was too high. But that money, I tell you, even working, you know, sure helped me a lot. And now I am struggling because I don't get it anymore, because Alyssa's 18. And I tell you how much I depended on that money a month to pay some bills. And now it's not there. So, you know, it sucks. It sucks sometimes living. Like, now I know I have my boyfriend now to help me, which is a really good thing, but he also has, you know, to pay for his daughter that is going to college, no, university for 4 years. So he'll have to continue on paying for her for 4 more years, which, you know, is rightfully so. I wish my ex paid for my kids, but they don't. So, you know, he has for 4 more years. So we gotta struggle a little bit more until his income comes back from, because after 4 years he won't have to pay for her anymore. So that is that, even though he still buys her extras on top. Sometimes I wonder, like, why, when, you know, she has a job. Like, maybe it's because I've always struggled in my life. It's like, she has a job, she can buy. You know, I don't buy for my, like, Alyssa has a job, she can buy her own clothes, she can buy her own shoes. You know what I mean? Like, and they're like, oh my gosh, she's got to save for college. Well, Alyssa's save for college too. She's got a bundle of money in the bank account. You know, and she still pays her phone bill. Like, I don't pay her phone bill for her. She wanted the newest iPhone at the time. It's not now anymore. I haven't even told her she could probably upgrade, because, you know, she'd probably take advantage of it and upgrade already. So, I'm pretty sure she can upgrade her phone already. Maybe she can do that before she goes away. So we're going on a trip next, it's not next week, or is it? Yeah, it's next week. We are going to Niagara-on-the-Lake, because that's where she's going to school. She's going to school in Niagara Falls. It's mainly on Niagara on the Lake, which I'm kind of happy about because it's a smaller town and it's supposed to be the most haunted town. So yeah, she'll be working. She'll be going to school there. And then yesterday she came and told me she got accepted into residence there. So I'm super, super excited, super happy for her. She already had to put a $500 deposit down on her residence so she could get a spot. And then they contacted her yesterday via email saying that you were accepted into residence. So yay, Alyssa. So proud of her. And I'm excited to go with her on this tour to the college. Let's see what it's all about. So that's super fun. She's gonna have to buy bedding for her bedding. She's not gonna like it because she's gotta leave her comfy bed to go sleep in a dorm room bed. She's probably not gonna like that one too much. She has a big queen size bed to herself. Not when she lived in this craft room, I tell you. It's so flippin' puny. Oh my goodness gracious. Like, his chair annoys the crap out of me. I'm like constantly pushing it up to the side and it scraped the wall of my new fresh paint job. Oh, just don't get me going there. I just really want to decorate this room. It's just the motivation of figuring out what I want. I want it to be different. Like, have you ever seen Teresa's room and how, like, freaking cute her walls look? Like, I want to do something like that. Cute like that. So I gotta go, like, you know, looking around. I wanted to check things out. And you know what I really want to do is I want to go, maybe we'll go this weekend. Maybe I can talk him into going this weekend. I really want to go to St. Jacobs because maybe St. Jacobs has a lot of crafty stuff and maybe I can find some cool stuff to put on my walls in the craft room. So maybe we'll take a drive down to St. Jacobs. It's like a lot of Mennonites, and then there's a lot of Mennonites at the market. Not Mennonites, Amish, probably both Amish and Mennonite, but I think it's mostly Amish. He wanted to go there today to drive, not to St. Jacobs, but to just outside of Stratford. There's this restaurant called, it's out in the middle of the boonies. I think there's like a hip small town by it, and it's like a hip small town for Amish people. Like, it has the Amish school, and it's pretty cool though. I like going to Amish countryside. One time my sister went the wrong way and we went down the back way, and you seen a little boy all dressed in black with a black hat running. It was an Amish boy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they actually do wear those clothes. It's just fascinating to me. I don't know why. It just is. Like, I'm kind of inspired that these people live like this, but heck no, I couldn't live that way. And I can understand why some of the teenagers rebel. Like, you can only get people to, you know, it's not set up for everybody, even if you grew up in that lifestyle. You know, same thing with polygamy. You know, don't expect all your kids to grow up and want to live that lifestyle that you chose for yourself. You know what I mean? I'm fascinated by that stuff too. Like, more so like the compound ones where the story about them, I don't know, it just fascinates me. Not that I want to live that life. It's just cool to watch and hear about what happened and the facts. You know, Jeff Warren, you know, and his clan. But I watched a documentary about what happened to them after, and I feel really bad about to the people that were left behind that got like taken away from their homes and stuff, and that's all they've known. And to this day, they still believe in him, and it just blows my mind. But it is what it is, and that's what it all comes down to. But yeah, I like stuff like that. Call me crazy, call me weird, call me whatever you want to do. Oh, and the drama that goes on and on and on and on and on is like, it's like almost like it's like a record player. You remember record players? I don't know if there's anybody young enough not to remember a record player here, but you know when the record player would skip, 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 that's what this drama in the community seems to be like. Skip, skip, skip. You know, if you want to watch drama, I suggest you go watch Sunset. Oh, what was it called now? Sunset Properties, or something like that on Netflix. Okay? These women on this show, it's like, woo! The drama has hit the fan. And I'm like, this isn't even really a show about real estate, honestly. It's more like the Office vibe and them all fighting, and there's this one, just, you know, it only takes one out of the whole group or a whole community to ruin it for everybody else. It just takes one. And there's one in this show that reminds me of a bully in the community. And like, but they're like all like, they make super amount of money on these houses, right? They make huge commissions, and they're all like hugely rich because they all wear like name brand clothes and Prada, and they go try on dresses. That one of them tried on a dress that J-Lo wore to one of the Grammys or Oscars or whatever the heck the music ones do, or a movie, I can't even remember, but I remember that dress. And when I saw it standing there, I'm like, oh my god, that's J-Lo's dress, because I remember that dress so much because it was very unforgettable, because it went all the way down and it just covers your, you know, nipples really, and it went all the way down to your belly button open, so half of your boob is exposed. And it was like, it was green. Remember that one, floral? It was a very unforgettable dress for sure that she wore to one of the award ceremonies. But yeah, I was gonna do shout outs this week, like I said in my journal, but I decided that I'm not gonna do shout outs this week. I'm gonna keep it on for another week, and everybody can re-put their pictures in for another number, but you never know. I just might pick everybody this week. So head on over to my Facebook page, put in your WHIP, because this could be an exciting week, and I will reveal it on Friday. What else? I have to do that giveaway too for the gift cards for buying from TSA, but you know what? I'm going to extend it for another month till the end of May, because I didn't get as many sales as I wanted. So I'm going to extend it for another month. So if you still want to buy from TSA for the Lizzie Along, actually I'm going to extend it even further to the Lizzie Along. I'm going to give you guys another 2 more months to fill up so that I can at least do a proper giveaway. And oh, maybe another month, because it's not fair to the people that actually bought the last time. So I'll just do to the end of May to see if I can get a couple more sales, so it makes it worthwhile to give these gift cards away. And plus the Lizzie Along is coming up. If you haven't bought your Lizzie Falcon painting, I suggest you do it very soon, because it does take a while to come in and you want to have it in before the event starts. I know a lot of you have gotten yours already, and I'm super excited, can't wait. You guys know Lizzie Falcon is my favorite artist. I love her work. You know, everybody has their favorite artist, and mine is Lizzie Falcon. And yeah, I can't wait to do the piece that I have from her. I think I'm gonna gem it up. I gotta actually pull it out soon and figure out what I need to buy from Tmall to make this painting sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. So that is that. I'm just plucking away on this color. So boring, but it is what it is. But I thought if I do little sections, it will make me feel like I'm accomplishing more, even though, you know, because sometimes if I do like a big section like this, I'll be overwhelmed, like, oh, this is so much. But I feel like this one was bigger than this one, and I was supposed to be making them the same size. But as you can see, because it probably overlapped, that's why I got the overlap hang. It's a little bit bigger than my first one, but it's still not too bad. I feel like I'm accomplishing something. I don't know. I think it's all psychological stuff, you know. And I'm back. I took a little break. Did you miss me? You guys didn't even know I took a break. Ha! I needed a sip of coffee and a little bit of a vape, because, you know, that's what you do in the morning. My coffee's already cold, like ice. It's an iced coffee now, huh? No, honest. I need like a warmer for my coffee or something in my room, because I like don't guzzle down a coffee. I've never done that. Unless I'm super thirsty. There's been a few times that I've actually guzzled down a whole Tim Hortons coffee, but not very often. I've been staying away from Tim Hortons. I haven't been drinking it as much, only the days I work. And, you know, that's going to help me really out when I've been weaning myself off, because when I head over to the United States, even though I think there is Tim Hortons in Michigan and Ohio, but I'm not 100% sure about Ohio. So it's not like I'm going to be able to. I think I'm driving down with Billy and I'm like, take me to Timmy's. Like, I'm sure he'll really want to do that. I'd be like, screw you, Liz. Drink the coffee at the hotel. No, that's why I started drinking coffee at home, so I don't flip out that I don't have a Timmy's. It is addicting, guys. Like, the addiction is real to Tim Hortons coffee. So I've been kind of weaning myself off of it a little bit and making coffee at home. Plus, it's been helping my bank account a little bit because, you know, it adds up through the week. So, yeah. But with that said, I think I've talked your ears off enough. And I'm going to let you guys go. And I will see you guys all Friday for my next whip and chat. Because, you know, one whip and chat isn't enough for a week. So, until I see you guys next week, take care, everyone. Until next time, bye.
Well, folks, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickle pink. And remember to hit that notification bell and it will remind you whenever I load up a video. And till next time, take care, everyone. Bye.